Hi, it's Jennifer again, and I realized I was just laying down and realized I needed to give you a little bit more information about side effects. I didn't make notes, so I just forgot a bunch of stuff that I feel like would be helpful for me to say. First of all, my hair in that first video makes me crazy when I looked back at the video, so I apologize for that. I'm sure it was a total distraction. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention. I did realize when I was laying down just now, for one thing, I feel like I'm wheezing, which I've never had asthma, never had any kind of breathing issues. I just feel I'm definitely wheezing a little bit. I don't feel out of breath or wheezing sort of, throughout the day. But when I lay down, for sure, I am wheezing. Let me see. What else? And that's been probably continual, since the beginning of, post Lemtrada. I also, the itching that I was talking about that started yesterday, and I've maybe had it a couple of times. Now my hands are itchy right now, so I think maybe I'm going through a time of maybe, I'm going to itch a little bit for a couple days. That's okay. It's not like I want to scratch my, hands off. It's just kind of irritating. Itching is irritating. I do have hydroxyzine, which really does work, and I take it at bedtime when I do have the itching, and it also helps me sleep. So that's another good thing about it. There was more. Oh, I have some really weird spasticity issues. It's definitely, I have more spasticity, but it's almost like it's a different kind. It's very weird. Whatever is happening to my body is making it do things a little bit differently than what I am used to. So I'm having to, move slower to make sure that I don't fall, or I don't know, that I kind of got to get used to this. It feels more awake or something. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it. But what I mean about the spasticity is, especially when I get up in the morning, I hold on to my scooter because I have fallen out of it before, actually, like week 1, or I think, or maybe week 2, that I had a weird spastic episode and my entire body went spastic to the point where I ended up ultimately just like sliding, to the floor. If I wasn't prepared for it, I better be hanging on when it happens. And it's just like an all body, my midsection and my arms, and just every single thing just kind of like contracts at the same time. It's not one bit painful. It's just weird. So that happens, and the whole body getting stiff to where I like fell out of my chair, that hasn't happened in a while, but the sort of needing to hold on to something and stretch, and my legs will stretch straight out, and that happens, probably maybe a couple times a day, probably earlier in the day, I would guess. So there's that, and that's a little bit weird. My legs are more spastic, but like I said, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels different. It doesn't feel like my normal spasticity, although I did try to get in the car yesterday to run to Starbucks, actually, and I couldn't. My leg wouldn't bend, and I just couldn't get it in the car. So it's a pain in the butt for that. I do take baclofen. I I haven't changed my dosage. I really don't want to increase my dosage. I'm hoping that, maybe the stretching that I'm doing or something will help me get a handle on that. Let me think if there was anything else. There was the spasticity. Oh, I have trigeminal neuralgia, and it came back. I've had it once before years ago, and it came back, and it's right here. And if any of you, if you've had it, you know how awful it is. If you haven't had it, it is literally like somebody is holding a taser to that part of your face. And when it zaps, you can't talk, you can hardly even breathe. It hurts so bad. Since Lemtrada, I was hoping between the steroids and the Lemtrada that maybe it would go away. It hasn't. It's definitely less frequent, but last night even, it was just, when you eat or drink or brush your teeth, especially, it really makes it worse. And it was really bad, even yesterday. So that has not gotten any better, like I said, through the steroids or, so far with the other symptoms. Let me see. I think that is about it. In terms of side effects and the way that I'm feeling and the things that are happening, I will keep you posted. I'll do another update, I don't know, in a couple of weeks or a month and see if, hopefully I haven't hit a wall or anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.